Cashflow Quadrant, Rich Dad's Guide to Financial Freedom by Robert Kiyosaki is a classic personal finance book that has been a favorite among financial enthusiasts for decades. The book is divided into 4 sections or quadrants that represent different types of income: the E quadrant, the S quadrant, the B quadrant, and the I quadrant. The E quadrant represents employees, the S quadrant represents self-employed individuals, the B quadrant represents business owners, and the I quadrant represents investors. Kiyosaki argues that the key to financial freedom is to move from the E and S quadrants to the B and I quadrants. One of the important points that Kiyosaki emphasizes throughout the book is the difference between assets and liabilities. He defines assets as things that put money in your pocket, such as rental property or investments, while liabilities are things that take money out of your pocket, such as mortgage or car loan. He argues that the key to financial freedom is to acquire assets that generate passive income while minimizing liabilities. The E quadrant is the quadrant of employment. This is where most people start their financial journey. They work for a paycheck, trading their time for money. They have a boss and they are dependent on their job for their income. The E quadrant is also the quadrant of the rat race, where people are working hard to make ends meet but are not getting ahead financially. Kiyosaki stresses the importance of understanding the limitations of being an employee and the importance of financial education to move out of this quadrant. The S quadrant is the quadrant of self-employment. This is where people have moved from the E quadrant to the S quadrant, but they are still trading their time for money. They are the small business owners and the entrepreneurs. They have more control over their time and their income than people in the E quadrant, but they are still dependent on their business for their income. Kiyosaki highlights that in this quadrant, it's important to understand the difference between being self-employed and being a business owner. He argues that true financial freedom can only be achieved by becoming a business owner. The B quadrant is the quadrant of business ownership. This is where people have moved from the E and the S quadrants to the B quadrant, where they have created a system that generates income for them, whether they are working or not. They have a team of people working for them and they are no longer dependent on their business for their income. They have created a business that is bigger than themselves. Kiyosaki emphasizes the importance of creating a business that generates cash flow and the power of leverage in this quadrant. The I quadrant is the quadrant of investing. This is where people have moved from the E, S, and B quadrants to the I quadrant, where they have created a system that generates income for them through investments. They have created a portfolio of investments that generate passive income and they are no longer dependent on their business or their job for their income. Kiyosaki highlights the importance of understanding the different types of investments and the importance of financial education in this quadrant. One of the key takeaways from this book is that financial freedom is not about how much money you make, but about how much money you keep. Kiyosaki emphasizes the importance of understanding the difference between assets and liabilities and how to acquire assets that will generate passive income. He also emphasizes the importance of financial education and the power of leverage. Kiyosaki argues that the key to financial freedom is to move from the E and the S quadrants to the B and the I quadrants. The book is filled with examples and real-life scenarios that make it easy to understand and relate to. Kiyosaki also shares his personal journey and how he went from E and S quadrants to the B and I quadrants. He also shares the mistakes he made along the way and how they helped him learn and grow. Another important point that the author emphasizes is the difference between being rich and being wealthy. Many people assume that being rich is the same as being wealthy, but in reality they are very different. Being rich means having a lot of money, but being wealthy means having a lot of assets that generate income. The author argues that it's important to focus on building assets and generating passive income instead of just trying to make more money. Overall, Cashflow Quadrant, Rich Dad's Guide to Financial Freedom is a must-read for anyone looking to take control of their financial future. It's a simple, easy-to-understand book that provides valuable insights and practical advice on how to build wealth and achieve financial freedom. It challenges the traditional way of thinking about money and encourages readers to think differently about their financial future. Whether you're just starting out on your financial journey or looking to take your wealth building to the next level, this book is an excellent resource to have in your arsenal. If you're serious about building wealth and achieving financial freedom, Cashflow Quadrant, Rich Dad's Guide to Financial Freedom is a book you don't want to miss. What do you think? Have you read a Robert Kiyosaki book before? If you have, let me know below in the comments, like the video, and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, everybody.